Hi besties, I'm Amanda, and I'm so glad you could join me today in our slightly chaotic yet ultimately super safe corner of the internet. Welcome to my Sims 2 recap. Starting today, my Sims 2 recaps will be uploaded on Tuesdays, and on Fridays I will bring you some sort of Paralives content once I figured out exactly what we're doing. Probably some rotational gameplay with some characters that I made myself. I'm on all social media at Apparently Amanda TV, except for Twitch. That's where I'm just Apparently Amanda. I stream on Twitch every day, except for Mondays and Thursdays. Without further ado, let's get into the lore. So if you're not aware of what happened, I recently lost my Sims 2 Uberhood that I had been working so very hard on, and we lost that file, unfortunately. Rest in peace. And we decided to start a Build a City challenge named VALORA. So VALORA is the name of my Build a City. And we started with 3 founding couples, the Abbott-Hines Household, the Kennedy Household, and the Sharp Household. Each founding couple started with the same amount of money, the same house, and generally in the same situation. We're not going to go over the rules. Rules will come up as we play, and we'll talk about them then. But what you should know is that the first 3 founding households in VALORA were the Abbott-Hines Household, the Sharp Household, and the Kennedy Household. The rules dictate that at the start of every summer we add a new family, so we just added the Winchester family. We also have a few students in school, but we will talk about them as we go through their households. The first household is the Abbott-Hines household, founded by Gordon and Claudia. Gordon and Claudia are both straight, and Gordon is a knowledge/pleasure sim, and Claudia is a fortune/popularity sim. Both Gordon and Claudia are in the dance career, but because Claudia is a fortune sim, she has achieved a few more levels ahead than Gordon has. Gordon's hobby is games, and he's into the gaming console as well as the RC toy. Claudia's hobby is music and dance, and she's into the ballet bar as well as playing guitar. After 5 full seasons in the Abbott-Hines household, because that's how much we've played so far in each household, except for the Winchester household. We've only played 1 season in the Winchester household. Everywhere else we've played 5. But anyway, after 5 seasons in the Abbott-Hines household, Gordon and Claudia have 3 children so far: Carter, Ethan, and Gus. Carter Abbott-Hines is the oldest. He does not live with the family anymore. He is a young adult away at school, but he is bisexual and he has a family/knowledge sim. Carter is studying to go into the paranormal career, but his hobby is science. He likes using the telescope as well as using the RC toy. Carter is a family sim, and when he went to college, he fell in love with one of our donor sims, Snackies. Because Carter is a family sim, I feel like this relationship is worth mentioning because he's probably going to end up with Snackies in the long run, so that may be his wife. When Carter was a child, his family adopted a cat named Darcy. That was technically his cat. Because he's away at college, he cannot care for the cat, but the cat Darcy is with his family. Ethan Abbott-Hines is the second oldest, and he is currently a teen. I have not rolled his sexuality yet, but he is a knowledge/romance sim. Ethan will go into the adventurer career, and just like his older brother, he likes science as his hobby, so he also enjoys using the telescope as well as the RC toy. For some reason, all of their interests made them want to use the RC toy. Don't blame me, blame the calculators. The final son in the Abbott-Hines household is Gus, who is currently a child. Gus is going to grow up to be a popularity/family sim. Gus will go into the education career, but his hobby is sports, so he enjoys playing basketball, and he also has a rodent that he likes to play with named Jane. The next household is the Sharp household. The Sharp household is led by 2 females, Carolyn and Talia, and they are the biggest family in the neighborhood, but that is probably because both Carolyn and Talia would get pregnant at the same time and have a bunch of babies. While Caroline is just gay, Talia is bisexual, which serves her well because she is a romance sim. Caroline is a popularity/knowledge sim, and Talia is a romance/pleasure sim. Caroline is in the culinary career. She is into arts and crafts, so she enjoys pottery and she also enjoys painting. Caroline does own a cat named Zebra, or Zebby. Talia is in the gamer career. She enjoys games as her hobby, so she likes the gaming console as well as the RC toy. I do realize that the RC toy is not part of the game's hobby. The reason why so many Sims are getting RC toy as one of their activities is because I have a leisure activity chooser, and apparently it's heavily weighted towards RC toy. In the future, I will try to have a little more variation. After 5 full seasons in the Sharp household, Caroline and Talia have 7 children, 5 girls and 2 boys. Caroline and Talia's oldest 2 daughters are Athena and Daphne. Athena and Daphne were technically born one day apart, but because of birthdays and everything like that, they somehow ended up being the exact same age, and now we just kind of call them twins. While Athena is gay, Daphne is straight. They are both romance/family sims. Athena will go into the education career and Daphne will go into the entertainment career. Both of the girls have games as their hobby. And while Athena is into playing darts and the RC toy, Daphne is into console games and playing darts. Both Athena and Daphne are moved out of the house and in college right now. They are at the end, nearing the end of their junior year. Because they are both romance sims, I might have them move in together after college and maybe have their own little thing going on. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Back in the Sharp household, our next child is Flora. Flora is a teen right now and is a pleasure/family sim. We have not rolled her sexuality yet, but she is going into the journalism career when she grows up. She enjoys film and literature as her hobby. She enjoys writing novels, as well as console games. Flora is the owner of a small dog in the house named Biscuit, but I'm pretty sure at the end of the last round, Biscuit has run away because when Biscuit moved into the household, Zebra, the cat, Zebby, basically bullied Biscuit into the point where Biscuit ran away, and now Zebby relishes in the fact that the home is hers and she sleeps in the doghouse all the time. She's literally bragging that she got Biscuit to run away. So that's a whole other issue that we're not going to get into right now, but that is something that is going on. The next born in the Sharp household was Heather. Heather is a child right now, but she will be a teen soon. Heather will grow up to be a popularity/family sim. She will go into the athletic career, and her hobby is sports, so she enjoys playing basketball as well as the punching bag. After Heather, we have Jane, who I think just started the beginning of her child phase. Jane will grow up to be a family/popularity sim. She will go into the education career, and she enjoys sports as her hobby. She enjoys playing basketball as well as using the telescope. Our first boy in the Sharp household was named Kai. And though he is adopted, that doesn't make him any less of a Sharp. Kai just became a child, but he will grow up to be a pleasure/family sim. Kai will go into the natural science career when he's older, but he enjoys nature as his hobby. So now that he's a child, he can start his own garden. And he also has a bird that he enjoys playing with named Eggy. Our first biological boy in the Sharp household was Liam. Liam is still a toddler. Liam, just like his older brother, will grow up to be a pleasure/family sim. Liam will go into the science career and his hobby is science, so he enjoys the telescope and he will also have a rodent. Because he's not old enough to have a rodent yet, we haven't actually got that rodent and named it yet, but we will one day. Our final original founding household is the Kennedy household, led by Joe and Jared. Joe and Jared are both gay. Joe is a family/fortune sim and Jared is a pleasure/fortune sim. While Joe is in the business career, Jared is in the slacker career. Joe has actually completed his lifetime want and reached the top of the business career and is a business tycoon. Joe's hobby is fitness. He enjoys doing yoga as well as fixing up old cars. Jared's hobby is music and dance, and he enjoys singing as well as going in the hot tub. After 5 full seasons in the Kennedy household, Joe and Jared have 2 children, Bonnie and Isla. Bonnie has actually already moved out, finished college, and is starting her own household when we start up autumn. The household has a small dog named Brett that technically belongs to Joe. Like I said, Joe and Jared's oldest, Bonnie, is starting her own household now, so she will move into my newest apartment building, Perry Apartments. I said when the population of the town reaches 20 that we could build an apartment building, and it did, so we did. Bonnie is older than everyone by quite a bit because Joe and Jared adopted her on the first day of their round, on their very first round. So they skipped the pregnancy phase and basically just got a child right away. She's a whole round ahead of everyone else. She will be living in Perry Apartments by herself with other townies making up the other apartment residents until we have some more playables move in. Bonnie is bisexual. She is a pleasure/romance sim. Bonnie is going into the show business career and her hobby is film and literature, so she enjoys reciting poetry as well as performing stand-up comedy. And back in the Kennedy household, Joe and Jared's other daughter is named Isla. Isla will grow up to be a romance/family sim. Isla will go into the entertainment career. Her hobby is film and literature, so she enjoys reciting poetry as well as playing darts. Our newest family in the neighborhood is the Winchester family, who is just a couple, Mark and Debbie. I've chosen Mark and Debbie to be the owners of VALORA's first clothing shop. Debbie can sew, so she is already raising the money to open up her own community lot. Town rules say that your family funds have to be over $25,000 in order to start your own community lot, but Mark and Debbie may get a little handout from the town of some of the town's treasury to help them build that lot. Mark and Debbie are both straight. Mark is a fortune/knowledge sim. Debbie is a popularity/romance sim. Mark is in the paranormal career and his hobby is science. He enjoys watching the Weather Channel as well as using the telescope. Debbie is in the athletic career right now, but that's purely just because we needed to make some money and she rolled the want to get a job. So eventually she will leave that career and be her own clothing shop owner. Debbie's hobby is arts and crafts. She enjoys the sewing machine as well as painting. After the end of one full season in the Winchester household, Mark and Debbie have no kids, no pets, but we will see what happens in autumn for them. So those are our 4 families in the neighborhood. We have 5 households, 6 households altogether if you count university. We have the Abbott-Hines household, the Sharp household, the Kennedy household, the Winchester household, and then the Kennedy household again when we join Bonnie as she starts her own legacy. And like I said, if you count university, then we also have the VALORA state people, which right now is Carter Abbott-Hines and then Athena and Daphne Sharp. After 5 full seasons in VALORA, the town treasury holds $5,800. Population count is 9 males and 11 females, making up a total population of 20 Sims. And that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a lovely time. I had a lovely time with you. Starting today, you're getting Sims 2 recaps on Tuesdays, and on Fridays, I will give you some sort of Pair Lives content. I stream The Sims 2 every day except for Monday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like or a subscribe. That's up to you. And have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.